you ever searched how to make money online, you've probably seen a bunch of scams. People selling you courses or methods that take 8 hours a day. So I'm not a genius, I'm not a guru trying to sell you his course, and I definitely didn't figure out some secret hack. I was literally working in a factory for $1,000 a month, hating my life, until I stumbled into this weird AI business model. Somehow, that weird little side hustle has made me over $63,000 so far, and I didn't spend 8 hours a day grinding, and I didn't buy anyone's $997 course. So in this video, I'm gonna break down what this AI business model is, how I started it with zero special skills, and how you can try it yourself if you want to escape doing work you hate just like I did. Let's cut the BS and get straight into what this business model is. So what I'm talking about here is something I like to call faceless AI YouTube automation channels. Now, if you heard of YouTube automation before, no, this isn't the same old automation you're probably thinking of. What we're doing is leveraging AI tools to handle about 80% of the work. That means creating content faster, easier, and with less effort. Basically, turning it into a money printing machine. And yes, this method is fully monetizable. I'm not talking about low effort AI spam that gets demonetized. These are proper faceless videos built with AI in a way that's optimized to make you the most money possible. You upload them, they get views, and once the views come in, you get paid. For example, one of my most viral videos on a faceless channel pulled in over 2.8 million views and made me more than 19,000 euros. And the craziest part here is that it only took me a couple hours to make it. And it's not just that one video. Other videos on the same channel consistently make me thousands of dollars with just a fraction of the work. By the way, I'm not revealing my channel right now since I'm still using it in some profitable niches I don't want exposed, but I'm not making stuff up. It's just so you get that I know what I'm talking about. So let me show you an example of another channel that uses this exact method perfectly to get a clear picture of what I mean. So this channel right here made over $8,000 just last month, and what's insane is that it only started about a month ago. They used AI for the voiceover, ChatGPT for the script writing, and some other AI tools I'll show you all in this video. Getting almost 2 million views in 30 days is some crazy work, and if you can get even close to the results like this channel, you'll be making some pretty good money. So now that you got a clear idea of what this business model looks like, let me break it down step by step, from finding your niche all the way to creating the actual videos, even if you're starting with zero experience. Without any more yapping, to get started, the first step is finding the right niche. When I first started YouTube automation, I was posting videos in random niches, and for some reason, I was barely getting any views. But once I learned this one thing about finding a winning niche, everything changed. Here's how it works. When you're picking a niche, you want to find one where new channels are getting a ton of views, even if they barely have any subscribers. That means that the niche isn't oversaturated and there's still a lot of demand on it. Look at this channel for example. It just started 2 months ago and already got 3 million views, which is insane for a new channel to pull off. But how do you even find that niche to begin with? Let me show you a method I like to call the incognito method. It's a super simple way to find hidden niches that most people never come across, and all you really need is a fresh incognito tab. So first, open an incognito window and head to YouTube. The homepage is going to look empty like this. So to fill it up, just search for any faceless niche you already know, which gets YouTube to start suggesting more faceless channels to you, as you'll see in a second. After you do that, simply watch a few videos for a couple of minutes, then refresh the homepage. As you can see now, it's filled with faceless videos and new niches you can check out one by one. So after scrolling for a bit and digging into these channels, I found this channel that's getting a good amount of views, and they only started a month ago. This is a perfect niche to work with as an example for this video, and I'm going to show you all the steps for the content creation part that basically works for any niche you pick. So once that's done, now you're ready for the next step, which is generating topics for that niche. So this video right here has got over 2.6 million views, and that was all because of the topic I chose for it. Now don't worry, you don't have to figure this out on your own, because with just ChatGPT, you can come up with some really strong topics to get started for your niche. To make things even easier, I put together a step-by-step document where you'll find the exact prompt I used to generate topics for my niche. All you need to do is to open the document, copy the first prompt, and paste it into the new ChatGPT chat. Then fill in the blanks with your niche and a few popular topics in it, and hit generate. Once you do that, you have a list of potential topics. So just go through them and pick out the one that you want to start with. After that, it's time to write the script for that thing. This step is super simple since ChatGPT is going to do all the work for us. So go back to the document, copy the next prompt, and paste it into the chat. After that, fill in the blank with your topic like this. And one more important step is to copy and paste your competitor's script right here. Don't worry, it's simple because using the next level extension, you can just copy it like this and paste it in. Then hit generate. As you you can see, we now have a complete script that's ready for the next step, and that is giving it a sexy voiceover. For this part, you don't have to worry about recording the voiceover yourself, because even if your voice isn't that good, you can still generate voiceovers that sound very human and realistic using this AI tool called 11 Labs. So once you log into 11 Labs, the first thing you want to do is to click on the Voices tab in the top left corner. That's where you'll find a whole list of voices you can play around with and click on any one of them to hear how they sound. You can find good voices like that, but for me, I just like to use the filters tool instead. So I'm going to set it to a British accent and make sure it's a young man. But most importantly, make sure to choose high quality voices, because these are the ones that sound so realistic, even my 10-year-old brother won't tell if it's AI. So once your filters are set, scroll through the results till you find a voice you like. When you do, just click on Use Voice right here. Now all that's left is to paste your script into the box. Click Generate, then download the final voiceover. And just like that, you got your voiceover ready, which means now it's time to edit the actual video. Now for this step, you can either save time and hire someone else to edit the videos for you, or you can do it yourself if you're broke. What I did was hired a guy I found on Discord to edit the videos for me, and it worked out great. But if you don't have the money and you've got time instead, you can just use CapCut to edit it yourself. It's free, it's easy to use, and most importantly, it's beginner friendly. I'm not going to go too deep and show you how to edit the entire thing right now, but if you want a full tutorial on how to edit videos for a niche like this, just let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to the last step, and probably the one that almost nobody gets right, the thumbnail of your video. This part is super important, because even if you have the best video in the world, if your thumbnail is trash, you're just not going to get views or go viral. But when you do have a great thumbnail, this is what happens. So let me walk you through how I'd make a thumbnail for this niche using Canva. First, head over to Canva, start a new design, and click on YouTube thumbnail right here. The first thing we're going to do is generate the image using ChatGPT, just like this channel does. I'm just going to copy the prompt from the document and paste it into the chat, and then I'll get something like this. Now copy and paste that into your design and make sure to resize it so it fits. To add text, click the text tab, choose add heading, and write something interesting that complements your title just like this. Make it pop by changing the font to something bold and clean, and add a black border around it just like this. Once everything looks good, click download as a PNG, and there you go. You now have a fully made video from A to Z. Now I'm not going to sit here and make some bold claims like you hear from every guru out there, like you'll be making tens of thousands of dollars in your very first month with some easy side hustle. What I will tell you is this: if you actually put in the time and effort with the method I just showed you, making anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a month within your first 3 months is definitely possible. And by the way, if you find this whole niche finding process a bit overwhelming or just too time consuming, that's where Faceless Hustlers come in. Faceless Hustlers is a community where me and my team hand you 10 plus proven winning niches every single month, along with all the guidance, support, and resources you'll need to make Faceless AI YouTube automation work for you. Inside, you'll get step-by-step guides, lessons, secrets, plus access to the templates and frameworks I built and refined over the past 4 years. If that sounds like something you want, just click the link below to join. That was it for today's video. Pablo was here.